I? I'm the greatest. Who am I? I'm getting paid. Who am I? I'm so flagrant.
The second game that I am highly, highly interested in. And I will be streaming it. We will be streaming this. This is going to be absolutely ridiculous. There was all kinds of talks in regards to what the Jets were going to do at quarterback and whether or not Zach Wilson was going to be the guy. Well, listen, Robert Salah said he's the man. He said the Jets is his team. It's Zach's team. They're not going to search out anybody else. They're going to roll with Zach. Do I agree with it? Right now, I do. And I'll tell you why. Right now, Zach Wilson has a chance to prove himself. This puts him in a pivotal point to not only show people that he's an NFL quarterback and he can go out there and ball, but with Rodgers going down, that he can lead this Jets team to a real win by himself. Is it going to be damn difficult? Hell yes. We've seen what this Dallas defense can do. But there's something about an underdog that comes out every once in a while when they have to prove themselves. And I do think Zach Wilson can do it in this game. If he has the protection of his O-line that gives him time, he can move his feet, use those legs. Because you also got the Jets defense on the other side against Dak Prescott. So guess what? When you've got two high-powered defenses, you're going to have who makes the mistake first. And guess what? If Zach Wilson can make the least amount of mistakes, then Dak Prescott, who's at home and who's going to want to show out, it's going to be interesting, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be very, very, very interesting. Let's get into this one. 31.7% for the Jets, 68.0% for your Cowboys. Zach Wilson, 140 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Dak Prescott, 143 yards. Breece Hall, 127 yards on the rushing. Pollard with 70 yards, 2 touchdowns. Lazard with 46 yards on the receiving. CeeDee Lamb, 77 yards. As for the injury report, Mekhi Becton, Dwayne Brown, Aaron Rodgers, Breece Hall, Greg Zuerlein. And then as far as your Cowboys, Brandon Cooks, Donovan Wilson, Zach Martin, and Tyler Smith. As far as your passing yards allowed, 110 for the Cowboys, 236 for the Jets, 108 on the rushing for the Cowboys, 97 for your Jets. So that does make you wonder what's going to happen on the Cowboys' run game. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be very interesting. With that said, Dallas is favored by 8.5. Over-under is 38.5. Low-scoring game, they're predicting. Low-scoring game. So what am I going to do here? Because both defenses are amazing, right? So am I just going to go with Dak Prescott because Dallas is a great defense? Am I going to go with the Jets because they have a great defense as well? Or am I going to pick who's going to make the least amount of mistakes out of both quarterbacks? It pains me to do this, but I have to trust in Dak Prescott at home. I've got to trust Dak Prescott at home. As tough as it is going to be for him, I think the Cowboys will do just enough to disrupt Zach Wilson, and I don't think he's going to be able to deal with that pressure. I just don't. I think it's going to be a good one. I think it's going to have some highlights, but I just don't see it, man. I just don't see it. I don't see that he's going to be able to get through this defense. Because if you're saying that Zach Wilson is better than Daniel Jones, then what kind of conversation are we having? That's what you're saying. If you're saying that the Jets are going to win this game, that you're saying that Zach Wilson is better than Daniel Jones. That's the reality of it. Richard says, say it ain't so, Jay. You know. It's one of those games.